Tamily. We are about to start our 48th Ask Tamily interview. I cannot believe it's been 48 weeks of Ask Tamily. So our guest for today is Colleen. Her Instagram name is Blanche_Forbes_Tam. So we're going to have her joining in a second. And of course, we have lots of questions planned for her, but you can certainly type in any questions that you would like, which is the most fun. So, she is not on yet. She was there a second ago. But we'll have her joining in a second. In the meantime, hello everyone. We're getting lots of people joining at this early Ask Tamily hour, which is not my ideal time, you guys can see. So Colleen is joining in just a second. We're connecting. Hello!
Hello.
Technology is wonderful as long as it works.
Exactly. Hello.
Thank you for joining us. Thanks for being our 48th Ask Tamily interview.
Wow, you're amazing.
We're so close to a year. I can't believe it.
I can't believe it either. Wow, what an effort. You're amazing, Suzanne. Well done.
No, really, Nicole's amazing. I just fly and eat once a week.
Yeah, Nicole, you're amazing. I love this so much. Such an honor to be asked. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So, we're going to start with a question. We'll go to our favorite question second, but I want you to answer this first, which is, where are you and what time is it?
Yes, so I am in a little place called Port Lincoln in South Australia. So if anyone's heard of Adelaide, I am still way far away, like a 7-8 hour drive from Adelaide. We usually fly there because it's such a long drive, but I'm in a little beautiful country remote town called Port Lincoln, South Australia, and it's 10:30 tonight. So I've eaten again another dinner, so I'm energized. Well, not really dinner, just cheese, chocolate, and wine.
Well, that's all you really need, right?
Yeah, I'm like, I'm all pepped up.
Well, thank you so much. This is one of the amazing things about the Tamily, as general, like to connect to you all across the world at a completely different time. It's just so cool. So
it is so cool. Oh my gosh, I know, it amazes me every time, and I've been living here for 13 years, and it still amazes me.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I know.
So for you, when did you actually start the Tracy Anderson method, and how?
So it has been a long journey. I started 2012, I think, ish. My second boy was over two, and someone told me about her post-pregnancy because I was not exercising at all. And I don't own scales, but I have no idea. I was really, really out of shape and just unwell. So this girl's like, just start with this post-pregnancy DVD. I'm like, great idea. So I did that, and I would have done that for a few weeks, maybe a month. I don't remember. It's such a blur. But I loved her, Tracy, and I loved her approach. And I loved that finally, because I had seen maybe a couple trainers, and they were just getting me to do crunches. And I'm like, my neck's sore, my back's sore. Like, I can't use my abdominals. Getting me to plank and do crunches, and I'm like, I can't. I think one time I burst out crying, even, Suzanne. I was like, I honestly can't do this. I was just like, how do these people not know this is their profession? Anyway, but I had a huge separation after him. He was almost 12 pounds, and I had like this massive gap in my abdominals. So I knew I needed a lot of work, but I wasn't in any mindset to start and continue with that. So then I would have had a break, probably tried someone else, another couple, PTs, like personal trainers. And then I was fed up with myself, got really unwell, actually, probably in 2013. and thought, okay, I need to exercise. I know it's the exercise. It's the stress in my body. And so I Googled how to close the gap, the abdominal gap in your tummy. And so it came up with Gwyneth and Tracy's interview. So cool. Like, first hit. I know. And so I'm like, metamorphosis. Okay, that sounds cool. So I made my girlfriend here do it with me, and we did it. Yes, we got through like the 90 days, probably only 4 days a week.
Okay.
Like, there's no way I could commit to more in my headspace. But yeah, got through that. And then probably fell off the wagon again after that. I don't know. Can't remember. And then I think, do you remember when she started streaming? Because I was trying to track back.
I think it was 2015, I think.
Okay, because I was going to say 14 I started streaming, but that was a really unwell time in my life, definitely. 2013, 14, I was not great. So I'm thinking maybe 15, then I started. The beginning of 15, probably.
Okay.
Or end of 14, I don't know. It's such a blur. And then really, really not committed. Like twice a week. I don't even think I bought the ankle weights, but I would go through the movements, and I really enjoyed it. But again, my headspace, Suzanne, was like, I'm working full time. I'm providing for my family. I have boys to care for. I don't matter at this time in my life, and I am just going to, that's just where I was at. So yeah, and so I kept, even though I kept paying, like I'd pay for a year at a time, nobody would do it with me too. I think I kept asking people, and I'm like, I really need a workout partner. Doing this at home, like, it's hard to get motivated. And I didn't know about any of you, being all the way over here. And then I wanted to have another baby. I was 39, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to do it. And I probably committed to like 3 times a week to get a bit stronger, to make sure I was fit enough to have my third boy. And then after him, I was still doing it 3 times a week. And then last, I got really committed. A girl from work wanted to do it with me, and she found all of you because she's really into social media, and I've never done it, and I just for some reason resisted it. Probably just too busy, and again, nothing left to give, and really drained working through my own stuff. And so she found the Tamily, and she's like, Colleen, do you know there's all these people on Instagram doing Tracy Anderson method? And I'm like, really? How embarrassing, because I'm her boss, and I'm like, I don't even know what's going on in the world, and I've been doing this method for so long. Oh, this is humiliating, but that's who I am, a little bit of a scatterbrain. And she's like, I'm following this person, it was Peachy Bottom, and she's following, I don't know, Ariel Mama, and I'm like, oh my gosh, and they're doing it as much as they're supposed to. And so I was like, I have to have a conversation with my husband and see if I can. So I did. I sat down with the family, and as of last September, I've committed to 5 to 6 days a week. So I'm in my 10th month.
Yay!
I know! So I'm really pumped, and I've come so far, and I've really experienced the method as it should be. And that, yeah. So I feel like I've been doing it a long time, but not really doing it. That's a funny way of, that's my journey, but I'm sure other people are the same.
Yeah. It's like, I did metamorphosis, it worked, so I took a break. Like everyone. It's just so funny.
It's small little goals, and then you're like, oh, I love all the hearts. This is so cool. I've never done IG Live. I've never
it's so fun.
Oh my gosh, and I've never even been able to join all of you because it's at like 1:30 in the morning. So I don't get up like Tamily, like Miriam. I'm like, right. She's so hardcore.
Well, Nicole is asking who your friend is, and is she still on IG?
She is the one that I work with. She had got pregnant soon after she started. I think, yeah, so her name right now on IG is sa.b.tam.
Okay.
But she's not on a lot because I've given her my pregnancy project because I did do that. Oh, that's the one thing I missed. So yeah, really hardcore Tracy. I did do the pregnancy project while I was pregnant with my third. Yes, so I was good. I was good then.
Awesome. How many did you do that when you were doing the pregnancy project?
Pardon?
How many days a week did you do the pregnancy project?
Yeah, it would have still just been my 3.
But
I would have only, because again, my mindset was like, mom first, then work, and I don't even know if I even came into the radar, to be honest.
Right.
Like, yeah. But this community gave me a perspective that I, as a practitioner, I'm always coaching people to do this, but to do it for yourself is another story. So yeah, it's been the Tamily that's been my savior. Because Tracy Anderson, I'm obsessed with, but I didn't know. I guess in my brain, I thought she does it that way, but the normal people do it this way.
And then you realize we're not normal. So.
No. And because I started probably soon after it started, and there was only one advanced class, and it was just kind of psychotic, and I'd always be like, well, you're just psycho, and I don't know if anyone can do that except the people in your class. So until you see all of you doing it, you don't think you can. I think. Well, for me, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I totally.
Yeah.
So, especially since you have been really committed, what kind of results have you seen personally?
Yeah. Physically, I mean, even more so than the strength and toned, my energy is like, because I have a lot of energy, but I think it was fake energy. Like, I think it was adrenaline. Like,
Okay.
how to say it? Like, pretend I can just get through the day, but now it's like easy. It's like, yeah, energy coming from, because obviously my systems are working better, so I don't have to try so hard to have energy. So that's probably my biggest physical benefit. And then the strength, the tone to get through my workday. I have more physical energy. And then mentally and emotionally, I'm just a better me, like a better version of myself. Yeah. I'm a better mom. I'm more present because I've obviously had that time with myself. I know that's what it is, because then it's like, yeah, it's so easy. I can't believe it, actually. I was really struggling with parenthood. Struggling is a big word, but I think I really always was missing something, and that was just that time to connect and move and detox and all the things she does. Yeah. So those are the big ones. Emotionally, yeah, I don't think I was ever really a depressed person, quite positive naturally, but I think I'm just calmer. Like, I'm not so, like, I don't know, Tracy talks about that with the energy, but I feel like really just a lot more chilled, which is bizarre, because I've been quite a high, not in your face, but nearly, high adrenaline person. But I think, again, that was just all that fake energy that I was having to make. And now it's like, life's just easier. Yeah. It's just easier. Yeah.
That makes perfect sense. It's like the same as the benefits of meditation that you get from.
Totally. Yes. 100%. You bang on. You do feel like you've come out from a massive meditation, because your mind is so clear. You've processed everything. You've breathed. You've run through, whatever you needed to go through.
Yeah.
You're right. That's what it is. And it does take the 5 to 6 days, people, because I did 2 years, 2 to 3, and I have to say that was harder in a way, because you never got anywhere. So
I agree with you. Yeah, definitely. I think because you don't reach that point with the class where you're like, oh, actually, I can do these really complicated moves. Like, you have to do it 6 times to get to that point. Like, it really, because then the class is hard every time when you only do like a few times. Yeah.
And you're more sore as a result. And then I think you're more mentally drained, because it's the whole, I can't do this, I never will do, like, those thoughts come into your brain.
Right.
Like my brain was saying to me, well, obviously only Tracy can do this.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Because she's a psycho. How many times I said that out loud even.
Definitely. But no, there's thousands of us that are psycho.
I know. Yes, now I'm just like her.
Yeah. So, who in the Tamily inspires you?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so many. This makes me very emotional, actually, because my heart immediately feels like warmed and achy. Look, getting that first post, oh no, what is it called? So I posted maybe, and I was nervous, and I didn't want to post my workout because I'd never videotaped myself. First of all, that was just like what, and then, and then Peachy Bottom for the Love of Rock Stars is like just in capital letters, even with an exclamation point, post, and I was like, okay, I will. You know, like if you're gonna get that encouragement, like that is just so blunt and just so pure and authentic. And I was like, Colleen, you have to, you know. So off I go, and I get, you know, the next one, and I don't know how to videotape myself, just like everyone's starting, and I do it, and I post it, and I'm so nervous. I even did it with my kids because I was literally so nervous. It's bizarre, but it's something so foreign to me and so vulnerable. He's so vulnerable, right? And yeah, and then so that whole beginning, and then every single person that posts every single time inspires me. Every single time I see someone putting themselves out there, I am, like I said to you, warm heart, fuzzy, and I just go, you're amazing. Oh my God, look at you, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you know, just I did this or I did that. Like we're all, it's a force. It's such a force. The Tamily. Tracy Anderson, like beyond inspires me. Now that I've gone through this journey with her, with not pregnancy project, P4P, and before that, whatever it was called, and I've signed up to all of that, and I've learned this like massive education, and I just love that we're all in that with her together. So like she's inspiring, and then she leaks out to everyone, and then they're all inspiring, and then it's just this cycle of beautifulness. Really? Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah. It is.
Especially,
so, yeah, all of you. I love you, Tamily. Oh my God.
We love you.
Thank you, Suzanne.
And especially because we're in, like, you know, right when Tracy's developing this content, and like we stay in sync with her. Like, you know, she posts about when she's creating the new stuff for the performance program, and then it's up in a few days. Like, it's all right there. Totally.
No.
Like, you know, and I mean, even though like continuity is amazing content as well, like it's not the stuff she created 2 days ago. Like that, I think is amazing with her, that we stick right there. And there's so much that's available. Especially like you said, there was only one advanced class when she first started. That was the only thing you could do.
I know. And I thought that was fantastic.
Right.
I was just like, who does this? This is brilliant, you know?
Yeah.
She is just, she's blown my mind, really. I cannot wait to meet her someday.
Well, so you've answered my question, whether you've met Tracy.
No, in my dreams. So embarrassing. I have dreams about her. Yes. And all of you, and we're all together, and I'm like, oh, Colleen, your subconscious is saying something.
Yes.
Yeah. You really aspire, and you need to be in that environment at some stage, and I will be. That was part of the family talk last September when I sat down with them. I'm like, if I commit to this, and I've told myself it's going to take 2 years, because that's what I tell the people at work. This was before she even posted that. It takes 2 years to learn a new conversation, which I found so interesting, because I have always found with people I see at work, it takes 2 years of dedication and commitment to yourself doing anything new to become healthier, better, and more congruent. And so I said to my family, I know it takes 2 years to make a major change. I want to try to close this gap. I'm going to do what people are telling me to do. And after that, I will go to Madrid, or I'll go to New York, and that will be my celebration of my 2-year commitment to myself. But I need all of you. I said to the boys, like, I might need you to have Sage like the baby, or, you know, I need you guys to back me up, because I can't do this without you. And yeah, so that was a whole part of my plan. So yeah, I will be at a Vitality Week, but maybe in a year because I'm planning to go back. My dad, I'm from Canada, near Ottawa,
Okay.
and my dad, yeah, I grew up only a half hour away from Tamara, Tamily Connection.
Really?
Yeah, she was in a
Oh
small
my
town, like a
God.
half hour. And then we went to university together and didn't even, oh my God, I love you, Tamara, if you're on there. Yeah. So,
Amazing.
I know. So we caught up once when I was back for Christmas. But I hope to go. Dad's 70 next August, so I'm hoping to get back. And then maybe I wish Tracy wouldn't just give us 4 months to know when the Vitality Weeks are.
Yeah.
Because it'll probably be like next July, August, she decides to go to Madrid for 6 weeks, and I'll be back. But that's fine. I'll still go to New York, and I'll still go with my sister or something, and we'll go to a studio or.
Yeah, and a lot of us can meet you there.
That's right. We can do what you guys are doing all the time. It's so cool.
Yeah.
So we can have our own Vitality Week.
Absolutely. Is Mara the only Tamily member that you've met in person so far?
I think so. I'm trying to remember. Yeah.
It feels definitely. Like we all know each other. But
I know.
Yeah.
Because I'm working out with you all the time.
Right.
In my brain, in my being. But no, she's the only one physically. My sister, I was able to get her to start when I was back because I was very committed when I went back to Canada and told people this is what's happening. And so she joined me. And so my sister has been amazing. She's not a Tamily official member because she's not posting yet or anything. I don't know if she ever will, but she's even done 4 weeks straight since end of May.
Oh,
so she's like, my sister is just had amazing results, and yeah, so I've converted her. So I'm thinking she'll want to go hopefully next July or August, go to a studio with me.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah, I know.
So it's so awesome that you've actually been successful in getting someone to start the method and be committed.
Yeah, and my other good friend out west in Canada, I think she goes on and off, kind of like I was, but she's so into her running. You know, when people have their passions, right, Suzanne? And she'll come in and out of it, I think. But yeah, I don't know how much actually. I haven't chatted to her forever. But she's not a Tamily. Yeah, she's not hardcore Tracy. But she loves the workout, and she loves doing it with me when I'm back there.
That's good.
I've got other friends here, like the one who did Meadow with me, but it hurt her knees, and she couldn't even complete it actually in the end, having had 2 knee reconstructions. And I don't know if she just didn't like that she couldn't do the challenge. Sometimes I wonder if that's what puts people off, like they're a bit too ego, or you know, like it's not, and that's not what it's about. So for us that know that, I just know, I can just tell Tracy's not like that, and it's not about any competitiveness or I can do this many, you can do that many, and that's what I obviously love about her. But that friend, she doesn't want to. She's still a really good friend of mine here, but another one wants to start. So, and I have got another chiropractor that out west in Perth, in Australia, and she went to school with me in Canada and Toronto, and she's joined.
Oh,
so, but she hasn't joined the Tamily. She said she tried videotaping herself and felt not comfortable. so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe got 5 people.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I tell everyone, I'm like, come do it with me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and the posting and the taping is weird in the beginning, but
it is.
You know, I think that's something that comes with the more that you do the workout and the more confidence that you have, and then also the more that you're not self-conscious. We're all just together. You want to see how other people do the moves. You want to know,
you want to know.
You just get to that point. Sometimes it takes a long, long time for people, though.
Totally. Yeah, and I wonder how long it would have taken me if someone like Christina hadn't said post. I loved that, and I'll remember that if I ever, I think I probably have to other people newbies who have started. I'm like, no, I was just like you, and I promise if you just put yourself out there and just don't be afraid. It's paid off. I had never seen, because I've never worked out Tracy Anderson in front of a mirror, and I didn't know how bad my form was. Like, There's something, and that's what I'll also comment to people. Like, you don't even know what you're doing. I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, you think like your leg is at a certain point and it's not.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like she says, when you're really closed up in the front of the hip, and then you're actually using the front of the pelvis instead of the back because your knees are too close to your hands, and all of that positioning, which, you know, sometimes I would get frustrated before I joined all of you, because I thought, you know, my instructor, I'd like her to be able to tell me what to do, but this is part of her process, and I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. But it doesn't make it any less frustrating.
But it does, like, you have to get to that point of watching her that you even know what angle her hands are at, and like exactly the angle of her leg and stuff. Like, it comes with it, but it's, your brain is good at that. We think we have to be told what to do, but we really don't. Like,
that's right.
Her method, it makes so much sense. And now it's like, I don't know how any of us could have fitness any other way. Like, I cannot stand people talking to me.
No. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Our one peaceful hour.
Right, exactly. Yes.
Way too many loud hours. Yeah.
Well, Colleen, of course, we still have a ton of questions for you planned, but we have a question in the chat from Alexandra. She said, do you have a go-to song that gets you ready for your TAM session?
That's a really good question. So what would play in my brain? Because it would be in my brain. I wouldn't have enough time to play it unless I was on my way home in the car. What would be my go-to song to press play? I'll have a few. It'd have to probably be Imagine Dragons, and which one? Depends what month, but Natural will always give me motivation. Always. My other sons would want to play Believer, though, and I'm like, it's a bit more kiddie, but, you know, they love that. But I am an Imagine Dragons lover, and I think Natural would probably, Yeah,
I love them too.
Me too.
How do you get and stay motivated to work out regularly?
Such a good question. To stay motivated, it's become initially, so it's been a journey, right? Since last September, I would say. Before, I would just do it, I think, to just check it off, like, oh, I've done my exercise. Knowing that I needed to move to try to strengthen my core, very check. And then when I started, I had this goal, and I set a goal, and then it became more like I was a bit addicted, like all of us. So if I wasn't getting it done, I was very angry and grumpy, and I didn't like myself when I wasn't doing it. And then it became really, now it's like, it's happening. There will be a day where I just let go and say, well, it has to be on a Monday when I work so much that I can't fit it in, unless I get up at a really early hour, which I don't feel is good for me to put out so much energy when then I have to put up so much energy for like 10, 11 hours. I don't think that's healthy. So I take Mondays off as a rule because I work so much. But every other day is just like, it's just happening. I don't have to find the energy. There was one time, though, Suzanne, when I got a bit bored. I got a bit bored a few months ago. I can't remember when. And so I just sat in it and I went, okay, you're bored. So what? Feel bored. Just do it. And someone, because I listened to a few Ask Tamilys this week, they're all amazing, by the way. I just want to keep listening to them over and over. And there's one girl, it might have been Lauren, if there was a Lauren, and she was like, you just do it. You just do it. Because it's okay if you're bored, or you're sad, or you're lonely, or you're a bit depressed that day, or you have your period and your legs are a bit tired. That's okay. Because like she tells us, every workout will bring something different, and you may move slower, and that's okay. So you just feel it. work through it. And sometimes when I was really tired, when I was really trying to get those 6 days, 5, 6 days, and it was hard, I would say just do arms, like everybody says, and then all of a sudden you're done the workout. Because arms does that massive release to your brain. And yeah. So that would be my but I never thought of playing a song to pump me up, which is what I would have done years ago. So that's good.
That's good. That's a really, really, really good point. Like, if you feel like it and you're trying to get there, turn on some motivating music. Like, definitely.
Brilliant. Yeah.
So Elizabeth wants to know how often you're doing the method each week at this point. Are you still doing 5 to 6 days?
Yes, I am. Usually 6 now. I was 5 for a long time, and what days would I take off? I can't even remember. Oh, Fridays I was working long days too, and I've cut them back not just for Tracy Anderson, but I think just for the health and well-being of my whole family. I just cut my Friday evenings away, so I wasn't getting home at 7 or at night. So because I'm done more school hours, and then there's less sport on a Friday night now. I've been getting in that Friday night session, so I'm only taking Mondays off. So as a rule, and I've done one 7-dayer, like I did it, late at night on the Monday after work, and I don't think that's good. So I'll stay 6 times. So that makes me feel the best.
Is your routine to do it first thing in the morning, or when do you do the workout?
I'm just at a crossroads of thinking I need to. Someone else just said this in their interview where they want to, and and she said she did end up just starting in the morning. I think it was Meredith. She's coming to me. Yeah.
Okay.
And she said during summer holidays, she was like, oh my gosh, I need to do this at 5:36 so that it doesn't get interrupted by the kids. And this was last year. I just watched this one anyway, and I'm at that point where I might have to, but I was told when I was really unwell, and I was doing 6 o'clock workouts then, but it wasn't Tracy Anderson. It was probably more like something stupid like HIIT or something. It was stupid. And it was really making me unwell because I was having to, like Tracy said, I was going into the cortisol phase, so I was exhausting my body first thing. So I have that bit of a resistance because I've been unwell from doing that before. But I think I'm approaching that point where I want to maybe do three mornings a week and then 3 whenevers a week. But most of my routine right now, everyone, is a whenever. I'm not too sure when it's going to happen, and it is a bit hard because I guess I'm still that. It's not mother's guilt, but I want to try to give to my kids so that I then feel their needs are met, so that I can meet my own needs. But so I'm still working at this, people.
We all are. We're all
forever.
So we have another question in the chat. I think this is from Nicole. If you had 3 wishes, what would you wish for?
Oh my gosh. Just like universal congruency where everyone could live on the planet and love each other. That would be my first wish. And second would be just health and abundance. And abundance not meaning like wealth, but just people have what they need in their own families. Obviously in my own, and my kids' health. And then third wish, I think third wish would be more just planet health, like the earth. Has everyone heard that song, Earth?
I don't think I have.
Oh, it's so good. It makes me cry every time. I can't believe Tracy hasn't put it, honestly, in her opening. And I don't know why I think that. Like, I should know what music she would want. But it's just such an emotional, I don't even know who sings it. Lil Dicky? Is that a person?
Maybe.
Yeah, my kids found it. And it's like, we love the earth. We love our planet. We love the earth. It is our home. And then Justin Bieber goes in and he's like, hey, I'm a baboon. and then all these different artists come in. Ariana Grande says she's a zebra, and it's all these animals saying what they do, and it's like what I just said. It's like everybody comes together instead of fighting against each other, and it's anyway. That's my
wow. I can't believe I haven't heard it yet. I'll have to look it up.
We love the earth. It is our planet. Yeah. Anyway, everyone should listen to that song, and your kids will love it. Oh, but there's a lot of swearing, so there is a censored version. But I didn't know that, so my kids heard a lot of, because it goes into like, dicks and women have better orgasms, and it does go into a bit of
That's good to know.
But I love the message. Yes,
it sounds very good.
Earth. Yeah.
The only place I hear new music is in our workouts, so
there you go. Yeah, if you're not one to search, then but then I just did a quick Apple browse, and it didn't come in, but it is a lot of swearing. So, but Little Dicky, and if Justin Bieber and Ariana Grande are in it, it's probably over there.
Yeah. Okay.
You'll love it. Well, I don't know if you'll love it, but it's a great message.
Cool. So, I want to see what I haven't asked you yet. Yeah. What is your advice that's for someone that's new to the method?
Yeah, because I've just joined this girl, Sue, and she hasn't become on IG, but I will let you all know when she does. But I told her to watch, obviously, all the Ask Tracy's, because that was a pivotal moment for me. It was, thinking back to before all of you, and then the Ask Tamilys, and meeting the Tamily. She explained a lot of the method in that I just didn't know. And I loved it. And I watched them over and over and over. It was like life coaching. It was amazing. Yeah. It's probably when she realized she needed the performance program, right? And and so I told her to watch that. I told her to follow all of you, to watch all of these. I told her, go on YouTube and watch. And just be kind to yourself. Like, isn't that the hardest thing to do?
It is.
It is a really hard, and I'm a very optimistic, positive person. And if I'm yelling at someone and angry and calling her a psycho, it's hard.
Right.
Right? So we just have to be patient and, just tell them to get as educated as possible, because it's a massive education. We have so much to learn. I love it. I love that we're going to continue to learn forever. I think that's what my brain loves that. Every week, it's like, what do I get to learn this week?
Yeah, I love that aspect too. We have a question from Sastam, and her question is, what 3 words would you pick to describe yourself?
Yeah. Very loving, compassionate. If that's one. Very nurturing. It's kind of the same, but a bit different. A bit of an empath, and just positive and optimistic. Those would be my 3/6.
Yeah. What challenges have you faced in doing the method?
You know what? A lot of pain initially. So that's another thing I would tell someone. If you're going to join, don't do what I did and just do it 3 times a week. Be ready to be committed, because I was sore all the time. In my neck, in my shoulders. Don't remember my back so much, but my core wasn't working. I needed to commit to what she says, and I didn't know. If I didn't know, or I knew and didn't think I could, I can't remember. But when I saw all of you doing it, and then seeing you perform it so well, I was like, wow, they mustn't have pain doing these movements, or they wouldn't, right? So it wasn't until I found you guys, combined with learning what Tracy talks about energy and how you move it and use it in your body, and that, how she talked about just lately in the last few weeks about dead weight. Like, I was just full of dead weight in my upper body and not moving it and shifting it. And yeah, so I would just say I had a lot of pain. I've always struggled with the time. That's been a massive struggle for me to commit to that hour. That's a big struggle. And every now and then a bit of loneliness because I would love someone around. But no, for the most part, it's nice to be able to do it on your own. But yeah, if I could at least one day a week, get to hang out. Like I see all of you guys, or not even in the studio, but just have that sidekick to like chat with. Or like we're doing now, like just because you feel alone and crazy that you love this so much, and you're just like, I got nobody to, have a banter with. And,
no, I mean, you can do it virtually. Like, you can work out with someone on IG Live.
Yes.
On Skype. Like, we've done dance cardio, which I'm not going to ever put on Instagram, but the other, and you can Skype with a ton of people. So, like, you can do things that way. And I think that's what makes the difference with this community is that, you do feel like you have gym buddies and stuff because we talk all the time. We can see each other. But you can work out live and then we can watch you.
Yeah. So whether or not, and I wouldn't even know how to do that. Like this is, but I could find someone could tell me. I'm sure.
It's just like we did today. It's easy.
Yeah. You just start a live video, and then maybe you feel more connected. Yeah. I'm sure I'll get to that point. I know Heather in Queensland has asked me, but I think she runs her life similar to me, and because we're not scheduled, it's like, oh, I have an hour. I'm just gonna do it.
Right.
I think that's really tricky to set up.
Yeah, definitely.
But I have at times, I said to her, I think it was in April, and I'm like, that's it. I'm flying and I'm going to Queensland, long weekend in June, because we just had one a couple weeks ago. And as it turns out, my boys had sporting commitments, so I couldn't go and fly over. But yeah, I was obviously feeling lonely then. Like, I'm just going to fly and see you. And I'm sure I will at some stage.
Definitely.
Yeah. How's everybody?
Oh, well, Nicole's saying we should do a virtual workout, so definitely we should.
And when you say that, that's not FaceTime, that's IG, so then everyone can join like this?
Well, on IG, only 2 people can do it. But if you use Skype, I think we've done like 5 at least. I don't know if there's a limit, maybe 10 or something.
Okay.
With FaceTime, you can also only do 2. There's like a couple of other apps and stuff though that you can use, but Skype seems to work the best because it is so frustrating to me when things don't work properly. So Skype has been pretty successful.
Okay,
it's private. I mean, it's only the people who can see it, so that's the difference.
That'll be Tracy's next thing. She'll have like a screen with that many accounts, and we'll all like tap into her work.
That would be amazing, and it's gonna happen. I'm sure of it.
Yes.
This is something that you have learned from Tracy.
Oh my goodness! Do you know so much? Like I said, she's been like a life coach to me. It's the conversation is the biggest thing. The conversation with yourself, because I don't just do it in the workout. I'm much more communicative internally through the day, through my life. But that conversation, especially in the workout, with your physical and your emotional self and your intellectual self and your spiritual self, and you see like, hey, how are you going? How are you doing? What's happening? You good in there? Like, it's that is the kind of that meditation bit. That part of what she's taught me, I think, along with doing, I have done a lot of meditation, has been way beyond the workout. Like, I think that's part of just the feeling of being more present. And she's really taught me that a workout is not like kill. You know how she says, like, you're not just hammer, and like kill your body. Because I think that's what I used to do. Well, that's what all we knew, right? Where she's like, go in and, how are you going to make love? How are you going to have sex? Are you just going to just hammer, hammer, hammer? Or are you going to be just kind? And I love how she teaches people to get inside yourself and see what's in there. I mean, yeah, that part's brilliant. She's taught me obviously so much more just with the accessory muscles, Suzanne. Like, that's brilliant because I have a lot of knowledge about the body and how no one else has done this yet. Like, she's just, yeah, we all know she's a trailblazer, but it's brilliant. That part, yeah, and not just for, for vanity reasons, but for real balance. Like, we can run up and down the stairs and we are firing, 5 times the amount of muscles other people are that are just using their big muscles. We are balanced. We will be shoveling the snow, like she said, at 85, because despite our genetic makeup, because a lot of us genetically are not going, I was not going good, let me tell you. And she has brought all of those things to life for me. Those are the biggest things she's taught me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love her.
What is your favorite thing about the method?
The favorite thing, I guess the complexity and the music, man, and how hard it is. So I like how challenging it is for my brain. I like that I have to really dig deep because I do get bored and I have a bit of, not ADD, but you know what I mean. My brain is like, I need to be thinking and using it. So I like how intense it is for my brain, as well as then the music she chooses is just like takes over your body. And then you get it, like you said, an education. She tells you what music you like and don't like. And then, the method, I think this community is just the number 3. I've made hundreds of new friends, and I'm really blessed.
Well, we're blessed to know you too.
Thank you.
So one thing we didn't talk about yet is dance cardio. So do you do dance cardio?
Not since Metamorphosis, yes, because I never knew about continuity. I may have done it if I knew about it. That's what's funny. But dance cardio, no. I didn't even enjoy it in Meta. It always hurt my ankles. I'm very heavy, weight-wise, but just set-wise, and I'm not springy, and my knees, I eventually got used to it, but I didn't ever love it. I think it did obviously make a difference cardio-wise, but I'm happy with the cardio from Attain or fundamentals. I'm happy to, just go for a really good walk or bike ride with my kids for extra cardio. I don't need dance cardio, but it looks fun. I tried once when Miriam was trying to get us all to do that, and I was a Friday night too. I mean, this is it. I'm just doing it 9 o'clock at night, and I'm like, there's just no way. Like, I don't have the energy. After doing an hour, you men that do more, like do Attain, fundamental, or start, and then do half an hour, 40 minutes. Hats off to you. I have no idea, right, Suzanne?
Right. No way.
Like, I can't even barely get off the mat. I don't know how their bodies keep pumping oxygen. Yeah. But that's, again, just, I'm sure I could train my body to do it. But at this stage, you never know. Maybe she'll make me love it if I do a Vitality Week and I do a catapult or something. True. Yeah.
So do you stick to Attain, or do you switch between Attain and fundamental, or what's your routine?
Yeah, I stick to Attain because of her instructions. My brain would love to jump all over the place, but I'm like, no. Boss says you stay in one lane, so Colleen, that's what you're doing. So that's, again, the conversation I have, and I try to stick to it. But today I did fundamental because she said in her Attain class that was her favorite, and I did it today, and it was pretty darn good, but I still enjoyed Attain better.
Okay. Yeah, the pretzel moves are interesting. I've only been doing fundamental for the last, few months. What do your friends and family think of the Tracy Anderson method?
Well, my mom says it's like my drug, which I guess it sounds negative to me, but
Right.
I guess it's true. But that's just their generation, right? My sister loves it now, and then my husband, I think he definitely loves me, and he's supporting me on the map. But I think the Instagram thing annoys him a little bit because it's time consuming, and I can tell he would rather me not be looking at a screen, and that's tough.
Yeah.
But my kids, yeah, they think it's cool, and my friends, they don't talk about it. Actually, I think it's like, we don't know, like what everybody has said on Ask Tamily. Like, we don't know what it is. We're a bit threatened. We're a bit unsure. So we just won't talk about it. Mm-hmm. But I'm happy to talk about it. Right. Yeah. But no, I think for the most part, support. I don't talk about it much, though. Like you said, unless people bring it up.
And then we could go on for hours.
That's the problem. They know not to bring it up.
Do you have a motivational quote that you would like to share with the Tamily?
I don't know if it's motivational. I guess so. I read a book in my early 20s, and actually she wrote 2 books, Susan Jeffers, and it was called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. And I really feel I've lived my life that way, because fear will always try to stop you. And she also wrote a book, Embracing Uncertainty. So I feel like I try to do those things because they both really resonated with me in my early 20s. But yeah, that would be my quote, is just feel the fear and just do it anyway, because fear's nothing. It's just a pretend thing.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Kind of like being unmotivated, do it anyway. Or being bored, do it anyway.
Yeah. Okay, you're bored. That's okay.
Yeah, sometimes you're going to feel different things.
Totally.
What is your personal philosophy about working out, and why is it important to you?
Yeah, I've learned this as well, being a part of the method since last September, is we don't have a choice anymore. Like, it is a choice. You can not go on the mat, but the alternative's not so great. So, autoimmunity is insanely on the rise. You know how many health issues we're having in the Western world. We live in a very high stress world, and we have to do something to move, like Tracy says, and everyone says, primally, we're meant to move all day. At least in the morning for 3 or 4 hours. So we don't have a choice, and it doesn't matter what it is, but we have to move. It doesn't have to be the method. Right. That's what I'm trying to preach all day to people. And that, I think, is as simple as it gets. Mm-hmm. We've got to move, right, Suzanne? We're just, and if we can sweat, even better. We're meant to sweat. So people, I would say new people, if you sweat and you don't have heat and humidity, I'm sure it's fine. But I wasn't sweating enough. And when I added heat and humidity, that was a game changer. And I really felt my body perform better with that detox. Mm-hmm. So I would tell people, physically move to sweat. Get rid of that crap. We are in a chemical world of crap, and your liver's so bombarded. So if you give it less stress by just sweating out the toxins, you're going to be so much healthier.
Yep.
Yeah,
exactly.
So add heat and humidity if you're not sweating, I would say.
Yeah, I don't even think I understood what it was like to really sweat before this method. Getting sweat just right here, oh, I'm sweating.
No. Not
if you go like this and it flings across the room, then maybe you're sweating enough.
I so hear you. I didn't know I could sweat that much.
Yeah, I really didn't either. It is unbelievable, but you're totally right. You need to do that for your health. You would just have to. There's really not a choice.
No, I don't think so. And that's the motivation. When you don't want to, what's the alternative?
Exactly.
Not so great.
Yep. It's for your total health and well-being.
Yeah.
So we are at 55 minutes, and Instagram will cut us off at 60. So we have 5 minutes left. One thing we really want to know, and because some people are watching who weren't watching at the beginning, I'll ask this again. But where do you live, and what do you do?
I live in Port Lincoln, South Australia. I am originally from near Ottawa in Canada, and I've lived now in Port Lincoln for 13 years. It's a beautiful, small, remote fishing community. So lots of fishing and beautiful fresh fish. And I am a chiropractor. So I have a business with, I think there's 6 chiropractors now, and then 6 reception front desk girls, and we have an amazing family at work. And yeah, I'm very, very lucky. It's been a really good move out here. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. We love hearing about that.
Thank you.
And we have another question in the chat before we run out of time. From Michelle, she would like to know, how much water do you drink to replenish the sweating?
A lot. So I go through a liter, always a liter in the workout, if not a liter and a half. And then I will always, I have days, I have times, and I do buy really good water too, like San Pellegrino in a proper glass bottle, sparkling usually. And I'll try to drink 2 of those a day, because I don't buy coffee or anything. So that's like my treat. And then I also will have 2, so that's 1.5 plus, so that comes to 3, and then at least another liter and a half. I might drink over 4 liters of water a day.
Yep, that's definitely necessary.
Really important. Like water, if anyone wants to know, that's definitely one of the top 3 causes of cancer is dehydration. I'll tell you right now.
Wow, yeah, that's definitely very, very important.
Very important, guys. You have to stay hydrated.
So I could literally talk to you all day. This has been like so fun. But we have like probably 90 seconds left. So while you have this audience, is there anything else you would like to say to the Tamily?
Oh, I love all the hearts. I'm forever grateful to all of you. We have each other, and it's gonna be a really fun life together, like doing this method until forever ever. So that would be my last little comment. And thank you so much for having me. And I love all the hearts so much.
Absolutely. I know there's so many hearts right now. Well, thank you, Colleen. We really loved hearing from you. I don't even feel like we got to ask all the questions, so maybe we'll have another interview in the future.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Thank you so much for joining us and being our 48th Ask Tamily interview.
Oh my gosh, so cool. Thanks, Suzanne. Thanks, everyone.